6.2, the classification of the surface profile. Because before we go to this figure, we would like to correct some wording from the previous scripts. This is what we call the arbitrarily. Okay, so it's like that is the compute for an arbitrary. It's like the random. Okay, and explain the other parameter v and r is a mean value for the ridge. So we have to take the average from two sections v1, v2 to get v average, and radius as to location to get the average radius. And the next, this figure, y1 is the normal depth and yc is critical depth, and they classify into two metrics. Each column is represent zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. It depends on the range of the depth. For the first zone, y depth of water greater than y1 and then yc. And zone 2 is depth of water is in between. And for the zone C, depth of water is greater than y1 and less than yc. And for the horizontal, this is a horizontal slope. So there is only the H2. H2 is mean the y water depth is in between yc and yn, and HC S3 is water depth is less than yn and yc. And next is the critical my slope. Okay, in this case yn is greater than yc. Okay, for the first case is m1 is y is greater than yn and yc, and for m2 y is in between yn and yc, and if the y depth of water less than yn and yc is m3. For the critical slope, yn is equal to yc. There is a c1 and only a c3. And for the steep slope, and in this case yn is less than yc. For s1 is y is greater than yn and yc. s2 y is less than in between yn and yc. This is y less than yn and yc. And the last one is inverse slope. There is a2 and a3. Okay. Normally we focus on mild slope and steep slope. Okay. And this show this figure shows water surface profile associated with the flow along the profile of the channel. The first is between behind a dam. Okay, this is behind a dam. So you can see that at this we can classify the water surface profile is m1 because of the water depth. Y is greater than yn greater than yc. Because this is yn here and yc here. And the next is profile water surface profile under sluice gate. Okay, this sluice gate and in front of sluice gate is m1 because of y is greater than yn and yc, but and below the gate we classify m3 because of y is less than yn and yc. And after the jumps we classify m2 because of y is in between the yn and yc. And the last one is the flow in the channel with the change of grade, change in the grade, change in slope, from mild slope to steep slope and horizontal. Okay, so at the upstream is classified m2 because y is in between yc and yn, and the steep slope we classify s2 because y is in between, and this is a h3 because of y is less than yn and less than yc.